Hello, it is your favorite cultural commentator's favorite cultural commentator, Joseph Reeves, back again with another video. This time discussing this Jay-Z NFL partnership where the NFL has basically reached out to Jay-Z to have him be a part of a social justice initiative that the NFL is basically engaging in as like damage control, kind of like in response to the fallout around Colin Kaepernick and just kind of like the realization and kind of like the spotlight that is being put on just the racially problematic ways in which the NFL, its general managers and its owners operate, both on the field and off the field. Um, with it like coming to light that a lot of these owners fiscally and or personally like support Donald Trump and therefore a lot of his problematic and racist policies. Um so it has come to once again it's come to the forefront that Jay-Z, who is not just a rapper and a artist, but also like business mogul, hip hop icon at this point, pop culture icon, is now partnering with the NFL around a social justice initiative that more or less like help the NFL become like more culturally competent around issues of like racial justice and social justice, and also as an exchange, Rock Nation is going to have their hand in the pot when it comes to the 2020 Super Bowl halftime show. So just initial thoughts. Show business is going to be show business. Hollywood is going to be Hollywood, and sometimes show business and Hollywood is just weird as fuck. Um, don't hate the players, hate the game. And then also the initial thought as someone who is like a Jay Z fan, as someone who has definitely gone hard for The Rock even before Jay Z kind of like catapulted into like the pop stratosphere in the way that he has now. Um, Even before he got with Beyonce. Um, Definitely have always rooted for Jay Z, even in the ways that he's been problematic. But like my first thought was like this just isn't the best move. Because I really do think that this is a point where Jay Z should have like used his access to kind of like point the NFL to people who may be a little bit more well versed in this issue that he is, and some folks who may have a little bit more formal training than he does, even though he has been an important voice around social justice issues within the past couple of years. And while he also has done like important stuff behind the scenes along with his wife Beyonce that they have not necessarily publicized or talked about. Um, and it's kind of like on the NFL side, this would have been a perfect time to like start at home. And this would have been a perfect time to like actually do right by Colin Kaepernick, not just in a settlement way, but also like running that man his coin for like the time that he lost by not being able to like work and actually like do his job. Because even though Colin has had some wins, and Colin has had a lot of like publicity and exposure, like I am not fooled into thinking that this has been a easy time for him either financially or professionally. So like this social justice initiative would be a perfect way for like Colin to be brought back into the corporation and be brought back into the corporation in the way that can somewhat look like justice. So it's kind of like you all want this social justice initiative, like kind of like start at home. Charity begins at home, right? But even though I don't necessarily think this is the best decision on Jay Z's part, I don't necessarily think he did this from a place of maliciousness. I don't think he did this from a place of like ill will, and I don't think he's like this evil capitalist that some of you all are invested in portraying him as. Because some of y'all just don't like Jay Z, right? And some of you all are just like invested in disliking Jay Z, and like I don't know. I guess you think that shit gives you a fucking personality, and makes you cool. It doesn't. But like you go and you be blessed in that. And like I said, some people are just invested in disliking Jay Z, disliking Beyonce simply because they're famous, in ways that are also like problematic and unhelpful. But to just kind of like tie like a nice little neat bow on it, if at all possible, I'm just really sitting and I'm just really prayerful, and I'm just really looking forward to what good can possibly come in the long run from this possible partnership. So until next time, it is your favorite cultural commentator, Joseph Reeves, and always remember, with everything you can be in this world, please be kind.